Yo, what is up, my people? It is a new week, and in this video I'm gonna teach you how to melt and stay alive, yo. Okay, that's the most important part of the build, is staying up. I actually been seeing a lot of shield builds in the dark zone, and I got to talk to this guy for a little bit, and he told me that he actually learned the build from me. So the builds are kind of tough to get around, but if you play them out properly, and sometimes I'll play them, they'll you know what I'm saying, you'll get them. So yo, hope you learn everything you need to know in this vid. Let's get it. Match the blast out.
Contaminated gear detected. Heal and attack.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody. We show up.
Yo, who needs BTS U gloves? Anybody in the chat?
We show up in the party, fire than everybody. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.
Entering safe area.
Yo, so I just finished getting a manhunt right now, yo. So what I want to do is I just want to break down this build for you guys. All right, this build is absolutely phenomenal. I like it the way I have it right now. It's all about preference. Shout out to anybody that has been running incoming repairs for any amount of time. I also want to shout out the homie Trigo for telling me a few weeks ago about incoming repairs, man. So since then, we've been saving some of our gear. We have some gear that looks pretty good as far as 511 and RK. That's going to be your main
DZ drop incoming.
your main pieces of this build, okay? You need two 511s and one RK, okay? I have this setup right here laid out for you, and I feel like this is one of the better setups as far as like PvP goes, okay? I'm gonna break everything down for you, and I want to have you at these stats, okay? I want you to have 60% crit chance, and I want you to have 100 plus crit hit damage, all right? 100 plus crit hit damage. That way when you land this crit chance shot, you get your damage doubled, okay? So beautiful damage numbers with this build. And let's go ahead and let's start with the weapons, okay? First off, Lady Death is an absolute monster. This weapon right here, there's nothing like it, I feel, man. Like Lady Death, I'm gonna explain why, okay? We have it God Road from the Recal station. Shout out to the exotic Recal this patch brought. Breathe free. So when moving, you gain 4 stacks per second. That could be like just moving from side to side. And then 8 stacks if you're sprinting. So of course you got to be sprinting for momentum. And then you get up to 40 stacks. So what happens is when you have 40 stacks, each bullet is gonna have 60% amplified damage, all right? If you look at the bottom of my bar right now, you see those 2 pistols, one facing up and one facing down. Those are the stacks, okay? And that's giving me all those stacks every time I sprint. You swapping weapons or changing weapons, lose all of your stacks, okay? If I move side to side, my stacks go up slowly. If I sprint, as you can see, they go up super fast, okay? And this is 60% amplified damage per bullet. If you look at the right of my weapon, you're gonna see it on 26, 24. Each one of those shots that I'm shooting is 60% amplified damage, okay? So pretty awesome exotic. If you don't already have the exotic, I highly suggest farming in New York for this exotic, right? Open world bosses drop it. Right here we have the Vector. This is the Vector that I like out of all the Vectors, all right? You could run any Vector. There's multiple different type of Vectors, but this is the one I like, all right? So just see what Vectors you have, compare them by pressing G, and you could compare their whatever you're trying to figure out, okay? I like the RPM and the mag, and on top of that, this has an amazing roll on it, okay? Damage to out of cover targets, phenomenal, okay? That's damage that gets multiplied, by the way, outside of the equation, okay? Right here we have strained, and this gives you up to 50% crit hit damage, and that's why I use it, okay? I tried using other talents like fast hands, you know, optimist, but I like strain the most because it increases my crit up to like 170, okay? 170% crit hit damage with this build, and that's, I believe, without this 25 right here. So that's like 200% crit hit damage with the way that I'm showing you this build, okay? So I showed you the weapon. Of course, I'm going to tell you right now, I would use the weapon with crit hit chance and then check your crit hit chance, okay? Every time you add a crit hit chance mod, you want to check it because you want to make sure you're getting to that 60 cap, but you also want to make sure you're not wasting a lot of these slots, okay? So as you can see, I have so much crit chance on this build that I was able to go with a crit hit damage barrel, okay? And when I do that, I'm still at 60% crit, okay? So that's phenomenal. Make sure you're paying attention to that, okay? This is what makes or breaks the builds usually. Use this because you can only get 5% here. On your gear, you could get up to 12% crit hit damage. So all your gear, all right, also 20 round mag, right? So on all your gear, you want crit hit damage, okay? You need that 12% every single slot, every single spot that you could get it, okay? I can't get 12% here because I had to roll some armor on the build, but you know the gist of it, right? 10% crit hit damage, 12% crit hit damage, 12% crit hit damage, 12% crit hit damage. All right, I just want to make that real easy, real clear for you. Anything else you roll or anything else you have on your gear, shout out to RNGesus, you could use, right? So if you have if you have crit chance, if you have whatever, you know, I have hazard, so that's something that you can't really change. Just be happy with what you have, right? So I have a 5.7 headshot on some of the build, and then once you get better gear, you could go ahead and start tossing some of these gears out and figure out which one you like more, okay? So I'm gonna give you some tips too. This right here, this mask is phenomenal. This buffs up your whole team. Dudes, I'm telling you, Pack Instincts is slept on. Like, it is so strong. Not only you are getting the crit, but all your team getting the crit. All right, so crit hit chance or perfect clutch. I want to show you how this works, okay? So the perfect clutch works like this. If you are below 20% armor, critical hits repair 2.5% of your armor missing, okay? So kills allow you to repair up to 100% armor for 4 to 10 seconds based on your damage core attributes, okay? Your weapon damage core attributes. So I have 3 on this build, so I would guess that I'm around like the 4 to 7 second area, right? And then every kill that I get, it starts to allow me to repair my armor up to 100%. So for example, let me come over here. All right, so here when you have when you get a kill, you see the clutch on the bottom. This guy has like fire bullets though, but as you shoot him, you see all my armor going up, and it's because I have the clutch buff on, right? So I have it once again. So right here I could get some armor only off my crit hits though. See that beautiful armor? All right, as you can see how clutch works now, clutch is very disgusting, man. So I definitely suggest the Devil's Due named item. But if you don't have it, like I said, regular clutch will work. Incoming heals on all your blues. And then I wanted to tell you guys also, when you're using this unbreakable chest, you want to go ahead and switch it up after you proc the unbreakable. It's only 60-second cooldown, so it's all up to you. But I use efficient after my unbreakable breaks because when I use an armor kit, it gives me 50% chance to not consume that armor kit, and also increases my specialization heals by 100%. So if I'm using Firewall, I'm getting like 400% armor and health at the same time, okay? Next, 511 piece, since you want to use 2 for incoming repairs mainly. 5% armor on kill, and then you know, crit hit damage everywhere on the build that you could fit it. Right here we have the last incoming repair piece, which is RNK. So 2 511, 1 RNK. I have this rolled with damage because I want to hurt you when I shoot you. I want to do damage. I want to do about 205% crit hit damage when I shoot you, okay? With my mask procced and with my strain proc, I'm doing over 200% crit hit damage on an enemy, which is absolutely phenomenal, okay? Doing crazy damage. I'm running these. You could also use Fox Prayers if you want for that multiplicative damage. It's all up to you. They're about similar damage, I want to say. And then I use it because I'm using SMGs and I want to give my Sokolov knee pads some gameplay, right? Some time in the game. I'm putting it in the game, coach. And right here we're running crit hit damage everywhere to get that fat, juicy crit hit damage. My pistol don't really matter too much, man, because I don't use it on this build. but you already know, perfect breadbasket, damage out of cover, amazing. EMP, I highly suggest EMP for PvP because this jams any skills that the people throw. So hives, drones, shields, if you EMP it correctly, you will disrupt all of their items, yo. So super strong in PvP. And then drone for that damage reduction. You can run anything you want. That's just my preference. I highly suggest EMP, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you how you want to run your build, right? So all right, here we have Firewall, and this is Bay right now. To me, at least in my opinion, we're running submachine gun damage. That's one of the most important things to make sure you're doing, is speccing into the weapons that you are actually using, you know, because if you're putting damages in other places or have damages in other places, you're just hurting your build at the end of the day. Okay, guys? So pistol and SMG damage for this build. And then you also have a lot of cool things on this build. So 30% health on kill. You also get this insane med kit, bro. This med kit is actually so strong, dude. Like, your armor kit recovers 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. But you know, it's pretty cool, man. So that's one of the things I use it for. Allies deal 10% damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of you. Armor on break is one of the main reasons we use it. So whenever you get this armor broke, you apply a burn to enemies within 5 meters. So it don't really matter how many enemies there are. And you also get 30% bonus armor when you're using a cover-to-cover movement. This is what I use this tree for. And this tree works super strong in PvP. Solo manhunts, pretty simple. And yeah, that's my opinion. All right, yeah, I want to say thank you for watching the video, man. I hope I taught you something. I hope you learned something. If you did, you know, congrats. If you didn't, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, you know, what your opinions are. I appreciate you watching this content. I'm working hard on it. I'm dropping you a pretty dope build in probably a few days. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I could do everything today on stream, but I know we're going to raid a lot on stream. So make sure you're joining that Discord, discord.gg/macho on your browser. And it'll send you right to our community over there on Discord, where we play a lot of Division, right? So salute to you guys, man. I got ideas and dreams about console playing in the future. So we'll see, man. We'll see how big we're trying to extend the family and the community. So love y'all. Catch you later on Twitch. Peace, baby.